talking about the suicidal left, the European left is clearly on the defensive. I mean, the giant Communist Party of once, it broke down, I think, with the Soviet Union. And the French Communist Party, which is very, very crucial since the 60s, from the 70s, it started losing to the other socialists, but in the 2000s, it has lost a lot of ground. The Labour Party has been completely taken over by the Blairites. From Germany today, we don't hear of any revolutionary radical politics. And the hopes of Podemos and Syriza in Spain and Greece seems to be completely dashed now. So why is European left so divided and weak? And tell our viewers a little bit about the radical alternatives in Europe that are going in on parallel, including, if you wish, the DiEM 25.
The short answer to your crucial question is that we claim to be internationalists, but we don't act as internationalists. Our movement, DiEM 25, that you kindly refer to, which we set up in 2016, trying to bring the European left together around one program. The whole point of DiEM 25 was to say to our comrades in Germany, in Portugal, in Italy, in Britain, and so on, say, listen, guys, we're supposed to be internationalists, right? Remember? Workers of the world unite? Well, the only true internationalists are the bankers. They operate. If you go to Davos, I haven't been, but I imagine that if you go to Davos, where the bankers are sitting there, I've seen the bankers elsewhere, not in Davos, but in London, in Geneva, and so on. When you see them in one room, they are the epitome of solidarity. Doesn't matter whether they are Nigerian, Swiss, German, American, British. They are around. They are like a family. They love each other. They may hate each other, but they behave as if they love each other, right? Pure international solidarity. No racism, no nationalism, no, I'll do things differently as a banker in Britain to what you do it in Sweden. No, they act as one. As one. So the DiEM 25, we formed a movement to say to our friends in Die Linke, in Germany, in Podemos, in the French Communist Party, Mélenchon, the Labour Party, say, listen, folks, we need one program. They have one program. The bankers and the establishment have one program. It's privatization. It is printing money for the financiers. It is, Fortress Europe, building a huge wall around Europe against the migrants. They have one program and they follow it to the letter everywhere. Now, isn't it time that we had one program? That if people say to us, okay, so you don't like how Europe is being run. You don't like what the European Central Bank is doing. You don't like the way money is invested. You don't like, the tax system. You don't like this, that, and the other. What would you like instead? Would it not be nice if we had one answer in Germany, in France, in Greece, and we all fought for that one? And we said to them back in 2016, there is a European election coming up in 2019. Why don't we run across Europe with one program? That's the first thing. A lot of them said, yeah, all right, let's do it. From Die Linke, from Podemos, and so on. We had a lot of people who came. And we created what we call the Green New Deal for Europe, DiEM 25's Green New Deal for Europe, which was a very good document, I think. It was quite impressive. I was impressed by it. And I think that anybody would be impressed by it. And it was solid. And it was, an answer to what an anti-neoliberal, anti-oligarchic program for Europe would be.
This is like the European cognate of the Ocasio-Cortez-led Green New Deal in the United States.
Yeah, but even you see the Green New Deal in the United States was very flimsy. I mean, if you read it, it's just a bit of, a bit of tax here, a bit of tax there. No, our Green New Deal for Europe was very substantial. Talked about, basic income, talked about how to fund 500 billion euros or dollars worth of green investments every year using the European Investment Bank, a carbon tax, the whole thing. It was very substantial document. Right? And then all our partners with whom we created that together every single one of them refused to run in the European Parliament elections with it. You know why? Divisions. So in DiEM, there were the people who were saying within DiEM, oh, no, we want to disband the European Union. We don't need a European policy. And they are the ones who liked our Green New Deal for Europe. But because they fell out with one another, they couldn't agree. So even the people who had agreed with us ended up running in the European Parliament election, not with this program. Others had a policy, like Podemos. Podemos had a policy on not having a policy about European policy. So they simply refused. They talked only about Spanish matters.
Right.
So they were refusing to act as internationalists. So the result, of course, was that, when Podemos was at 25% of the vote, which was a very good percentage, right? To make the break to go from 25 to 35, which is what you need to do in order to form government, you've got to answer the question, okay, so what will you do in Brussels? If your finance minister or your prime minister goes to Brussels, what are you going to propose regarding the ECB? If you have nothing, no answer, you don't break that ceiling of 25% and then start going down. So I think internationalism, what we need is a common program, and actually it would be good to have it for the world, a global Green New Deal, or call it whatever you want, progressive program, socialist program, call it whatever you want. We need a plan. They have a plan. And the fascists have a plan. Just
Absolutely.
kill the foreigner, just drown the migrant. That's their plan.